Mason Fine. He threw for over 500 yards against Heritage Hall last year in the playoffs, and Mason joins the program now. He's the reigning OK Gridiron Player of the Year, won just about every single Player of the Year award there is to hand out in Oklahoma after his season last year. And Locust Grove QB Mason Fine joins the show now. Mason, good morning, and thanks for taking some time to talk a little football with us.
Hey, good morning to you guys too. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so I led into our last break with this question. I want to kick off this interview wondering what your mindset is after the year you had last year as a junior. And I made several trips to Locust Grove to give you some hardware, whether it was the Player of the Week award, Player of the Year award, whatever it may be. Over 5,000 yards through the air, 71 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions. What in the world are you going to do for an encore in 2015?
Well, I've been telling my coaches and everybody that, I did get all that hardware, but it's not the hardware that we want. And we want that state championship more than anything, as a team and as a community. So, my encore is I'm going to go out there and do what I can. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get us a gold ball here back at Locust Grove.
And now I know that was kind of your mindset all of last year. The stats are great, the records are great, but at the same time, you're a win-first kind of guy. And I assume that, all the records that you set last year, it's still a sour taste, thinking about last season and the loss to Heritage Hall in the semifinals.
Yeah, you prep all, 2 weeks trying to get ready for them. You try to do everything that you can. You try to put your team in the best situation to win. And you know what? We just lost to a better team that night. And granted, Heritage Hall is a great team, and they had a great coaching staff, and they played a very good ball game.
Hey, Mason, it's Ben Johnson. Thanks for coming on with us. Back whenever I was working in Tahlequah covering Sequoia, I covered a Locust Grove Sequoia football game on a Thursday night, and Locust Grove, I think I'd be like 48-10 or whatever. I think Cameron McIntyre was still really young. What does it mean for you guys to be able to put Locust Grove football back on the map? Because there were some years where things weren't going very well. So that has, how special is it for you to be able to get Locust Grove back in the discussion for a state championship every year?
Yeah, it's a great feeling, but it just didn't happen by luck. We worked our butts off in the summer, with Coach Hino coming over, and give a lot of credit to him. He's put a lot of time and effort into this program. And, it's paying off. And, after we leave, hopefully it stays a top program.
Talking with Locust Grove quarterback Mason Fine, and you bring up your coach, Matt Hennessy, who is widely known here in Northeast Oklahoma, had stops at Muskogee, Jinx, as a defensive coordinator, and now he's taken over this Locust Grove program and really revitalized it. What's it like playing for him? Because, look, every time we've been around Locust Grove, whether it's a practice or a game, he is high energy all the time. What's it like to be a player for Coach Hennessy?
Well, I'm kind of just the opposite of him. I'm kind of always calm, cool, and collected. And just, it's good to have someone like that on your team. Hino's always high pace, let's go. And, for some guys it works all the time. I mean, it's very good for game situations because, hey, I want to play for this man. He's got a lot of passion and a lot of heart. We want to play with the same heart like him. There's other guys on the other coaching staff like Poogie, our offensive coordinator. He's more calm, cool, and collected.
Yep.
And it's a great, the coaching staff's just a great mix. It just, it meshes very well for our team.
Mason, let's talk a little bit about recruiting before we get you out of here. You got your first Division I offer a couple months ago, and it's been no secret that the biggest hurdle you're going to have to overcome is your height. I know the Tulsa World's doing a great job covering not only your recruitment but your teammate Jason Pirtle's recruitment. How do you get coaches to overlook the height stigma with you and to realize that you're a great football player, a good quarterback, and you can play at the next level? How do you get them to overlook that?
Well, I think you just got to, go to their camps and show them that you're the best quarterback there. I think that's all, you just have to show them that you're just as good as anybody else. And, really that's my only answer. Just go out there and show out.
And Mason, your teammate Jason Pirtle, both of you guys are returning. You guys have a chance to just write, erase everybody else's name in the record books and rewrite your own names in them between the combination you guys have. What's it like to throw to him? I heard a great story in the offseason where you were working out in December and you were throwing great passes to everybody else except for Jason, and it's because Jason can catch the good passes. You needed to catch him. You need him to catch the bad passes. What's it like to work with a guy like him?
Pirtle, he's a good guy, and he has a great work ethic. He's just like me. He wants to, be the best that he can be. And it's great to have a person like that be a receiver, but also be a teammate. And he just pushes those younger guys to work harder, too. I mean, we had a lot of receivers graduate last year, and Pirtle and them's done a great job at helping these underclassmen step up and to be where we want to be next year. But, yeah, it's great having Pirtle as a receiver, and he's just, good guy. Good guy.
Mason, it's always fun talking football with you. Looking forward to seeing you guys next week, actually, at the Lincoln Christian team camp. There's going to be a few good quarterbacks out there with you, Micah Wilson at Lincoln and Keats Calhoun at Victory, so looking forward to getting out there next week.
It'll be a good one. Thanks for having me.
That's Locust Grove quarterback Mason Fine joining the program, the reigning player of the year.